Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christian Dumais. I'm the mayor for the City of Marlborough, and I would just like to welcome all of you here. It is my great honor to welcome you all to this very meaningful and historic occasion, the dedication of our Gold Star Families Plaza and the unveiling of our city squares in tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice in serving to our country. I want to begin to recognize and thanking our distinguished guests, including Representative Gregoire and Gentile, members of our City Council, Maddie Sargent, trustee of the Marlborough Historical Society, and Mike Hennessy, a veteran service officer, and community leaders who are here to share in this moment. But above all, I want to extend my deepest appreciation to the Gold Star families who are with us. This plaza and these squares throughout our city are dedicated to you and your loved ones. Their bravery, their sacrifice, and their enduring legacy. We know that freedom comes at great costs, and today we stand together as a community to ensure their names and their service will never be forgotten. On behalf of the City of Marlborough, thank you for being here, thank you for your sacrifice, and thank you for allowing us to honor the lives of your loved ones in this lasting way. Thank you very much. I will now turn over to the Veterans Agent, Mike Hennessy.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to welcome you all. This project has been years in the making. I want to thank the Marlborough Veterans Council, our DPW, for the hard work that they did, and members of the veteran community. I'd also like to thank the representatives from the city, Mayor Dumais, and I'd like to recognize the Gold Star families that are here with us today. Thank you.
All right, come on over.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Marlborough has always chosen to remember those from this community who served in the military and made the ultimate sacrifice. From the earliest conflicts, Marlborough men and women have answered their nation's call. Today, we recognize the naming of 8 new city squares and the plaza we are all gathered in honor of the Gold Star families whose loved ones made the ultimate sacrifice. This has truly been a group effort, beginning with the research of the Marlborough Historical Society, finding, as of this date, 435 soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and merchant sailors who made the ultimate sacrifice for Marlborough. These servicemen left behind mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, wives, and children, and henceforth this plaza will be to recognize not only the sacrifice of the servicemen, but of the families they left behind. And at this time, we will unveil the Gold Star Family Plaque. Marlborough is unique among the communities here in the Commonwealth with an ordinance that requires anything new named in the city to be named for a deceased Marlborough veteran. The Marlborough Veterans Council has gone to extreme lengths to ensure all of those who made the ultimate sacrifice are remembered, and those veterans still with us receive the services and care that they need. The city government has taken a profound step to recognize our veterans, and the Department of Public Works has done an amazing job with the placing of the Hometown Hero banners and the care of the parks, fields, squares, playgrounds, and facilities named in their honor. The naming of the most recent 8 city squares was truly a group effort by all involved, from the Historical Society through the Veterans Council and with the Department of Public Works. Today we have the family of Philip David Broder and Mark Joseph Santolo, along with representatives from the American Legion Post 132, AMVETS Post 1980, Disabled American War Veterans Chapter 82, and the Italian American War Veterans Post 45, along with the Department of Public Works and the Marlborough Historical Society. The corner of Farm Road and Broadmeadow Road will be henceforth known as Philip David Broder Square. Philip was a graduate of Marlborough High School and the United States Naval Academy, who went on to become a naval aviator flying AD-5 Sky Raiders with Carrier Airborne Early Warning Squadron 33. On the 20th of May, 1964, while attempting to land his aircraft at Naval Air Station Weymouth, Massachusetts, Lieutenant Junior Grade Broder encountered a loss of power on his aircraft. Realizing he would not be able to safely land, he veered his aircraft away from nearby homes, crashing nearby and killing him instantly. Today, Nanette Broder Macy is here to recognize Philip. The intersections of Main Street, Maple, and Hildreth Streets will henceforth be known as Mark Joseph Santolo Square. Mark was a graduate of Marlborough High School, and following his graduation, enlisted into the Army. He received airborne training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 87th Infantry Regiment of the 8th Infantry Division in Germany. He ultimately obtained the rank of Staff Sergeant and was awarded numerous awards for his performance and ability as a mortar observer and controller. He was assigned as a trainer at the Joint Readiness Center in Little Rock, Arkansas, where he died in a vehicle accident on base in September of 1990. And today, Arlene Santolo, Mark's mom, is here to recognize Mark. The corner of Bolton Street and Union Street will henceforth be known as Clarence Hinkson Square. Jerry?
Oh.
No. Keep you guessing. Nope. Clarence was one of 3 foster sons raised in Marlborough and enlisted into the Coast Guard as an apprentice seaman. He was assigned to the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Muskeget, a weather observer ship in the North Atlantic. On the 9th of September 1942, the vessel was torpedoed by a German U-boat with a loss of all hands. Clarence had been in the Coast Guard just over 90 days. Commander of AMVETS Post 1980, Jerry Elliott, is here to recognize Clarence. The corner of Lincoln Street and Highland Avenue will be known as Amédée Lecure Square. Amédée was a Canadian immigrant who lived in Marlborough with his family while working as a barber. Assigned to the 24th Battalion of the Canadian Expeditionary Force, Private Lecure was killed in action on the 4th of September 1917 at Vimy Ridge in France. Karen Widener of the Marlborough Historical Society is here to recognize Amédée. The corner of South Bolton Street and Bridge Street is henceforth to be known as Alfred Desmarais Square. Alfred was a Canadian immigrant who was raised in Marlborough. With the outbreak of war in Europe, he enlisted into the Canadian Army and was assigned to the 1st Quebec Regiment. Private Desmarais died in his sleep in Montreal the 18th of August, 1918. Justin Macedo and Mario Rivera are here with the Marlborough Department of Public Works to recognize Alfred. The corner of Bolton Street and Reservoir Street is henceforth to be known as Charles Demeter Cosma Square. Charles was an Albanian immigrant who lived in Marlborough for 8 years before enlisting in the Army. Private Cosma served in the 104th Infantry Regiment of the 26th Yankee Division until he was killed in action the 12th of April 1918 near Vigneault, France. Jimmy Bell with the Italian-American War Veterans Post 45 is here to recognize Charles. The corner of Stevens Street and Old Charter Road will henceforth be known as Arthur Charles Beausoleil Square. Arthur was born and raised in Marlborough and enlisted into the Army, where he served with the 8th United States Cavalry at the Mexican border. Private Beausoleil died of pneumonia at Fort Bliss, Texas on the 19th of April, 1918. Scott Moody with the American Legion Post 132 is here to recognize Arthur. The corner of Stevens Street and Union Street will henceforth be known as David Bishop Square. David served in Company F of the 6th Massachusetts during the Spanish-American War and remained in the Massachusetts National Guard, where he served with the 5th Massachusetts Infantry until his death by a brain tumor the 4th of November 1917 in Boston. Ron Dahlbeck with the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 82 is here to recognize David. This event is possible due to a collaboration from various organizations in the city government. This shows that across the city of Marlborough, its citizens choose to remember those who've allowed us to enjoy the freedoms we have today. Thank you to all the families, the participants from various organizations, and our elected officials. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you all for being here today. I just want to thank the City Council for the naming and the veteran services as well. And again, thank you all to you for being here. And again, the sacrifice that you endured regarding the naming of this and your families. So I hope you all have a great day. And again, thank you again.